autopsy that you ordered found?
The independent autopsy found several things. It found that my son had bilateral pneumonia, that my son was septic, and that my son had some injuries from the previous tasing when he was tased in July, being over-tased. And also found out that my son's organs were missing, his brain and his spleen.
But no presence of those drugs that were in the first autopsy.
Yeah.
And so, Attorney Crump, I come to you. One autopsy shows the presence of drugs, the other one does not. Your first thought in the difference between these documents?
That the video from the jail already raised great alarm, Victor, of this military veteran who was suffering from PTSD. He had mental issues. And the fact that on the video in the jail, he passed out, he was left unattended for over 3 hours. They found him dead when they were doing the check, and officers lied saying that they had been monitoring the video surveillance constantly and that they had been checking the floor constantly. So Ms. Joni and the family of Christian Collins believes the cover-up started at the beginning, and now with the autopsies, it furthers the suspicion and mistrust of the family and the community of the death of this military veteran.
The DeKalb County DA, her office released a statement about this death and said, here's part of it. Our office was previously advised that Mr. Collins died as a result of a medical emergency. New information has come to light that we believe warrants further examination. Ben, have you spoken with DA Boston? What is the next step here?
Well, the next step is the Veterans for Justice has aligned with the family, and we believe that the hospital said he had no drugs in his system. Somebody from law enforcement said they suspect that he had ingested drugs. That's the first time anybody had ever heard of that. And then the autopsy conveniently tries to correlate what the jailers are trying to purport as the cause of death. We believe it is very disingenuous. There's mistrust. The district attorney needs to be very transparent because we know they have a relationship with the sheriff's department. And that mother there sitting on set with you, she has been working day and night to expose the truth of why her son, her veteran, her hero, was killed while in the care and custody of those who he fought to protect their liberties for.
I never like to do these segments about a suspicious death and have the story be exclusively about how people die. So tell me about how your son lived.
My son was a very caring, very respectful young man. In fact, in the hospital, the deputy that was there, her words to me was, I can't believe this happened. He was only 27. He was one of the good ones. He was very mannerable. And hearing that let me know that she knew my son, because that's who he was. He loved his family. He loved life. And he also loved serving in the military. Unfortunately, he came back and was never the same. And as that was fighting, which is why I've been fighting. My fight began March 15, 2018, the night he came home. And it ended March 15, 2024 with, for him. But then it began another whole fight once we went into the process of finding out the information, because all I wanted to know was what happened to my son. How? Why? What's going on? And to not get the answers was so disheartening. And as I spent countless hours, countless days going through the documents, because I wanted to know why. And nobody would speak with me. Nobody would give me any information. And I owed that to him. I owed that to him because after watching the video, seeing that he didn't have a voice, that he couldn't speak for hours.
He was just left alone there. Listen, we are going to continue to follow your fight and this story. I thank you for coming in and sharing the details and your memories of your son. Ben Crump, I thank you as well. Wanda McGilberry, thank you for coming as well. A video of a man saying that he's the victim of a hate crime.